Good evening. It's an attempt to disconnect kids and their phones. The Ontario government launches a series of restrictions when it comes to cell phones in schools.
On the first day back to class after the education minister announced the new policy, there was plenty of reaction. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris joins us live tonight with the latest. Siobhan.
Well, we talked to some teenagers today who admit they have a hard time concentrating in class with this window to the outside world in their hands. But we also heard from teachers who worry they'll spend more time policing than teaching.
Ontario has tried to get kids to disconnect in class before, but it's been a tough habit to break.
Always on social media and everything like that. It's hard to focus, it's hard to concentrate and put your all into your work.
Some kids definitely really addicted. I can tell that half of my class sitting in their phone for the whole period and not doing nothing.
So the province is making a move it insists is not an outright ban.
It's restrictions with a sense of discipline and discretion.
Starting next school year, students in kindergarten through grade 6 will have to keep their phones on silent and out of sight for the entire school day. Kids in grades 7 through 12 won't be able to pull out their phones during class time, with a big exception.
When teachers know it's going to add value, they will allow it. In fact, they will encourage it.
Something students seem to welcome.
Maybe some will revolt, but for the most part, if it stays consistent and they enforce it, I know it should be good.
But educators worry this policy may go too far.
In fact, a lot over the top.
Reasoning it may not be helpful to act like phones don't exist.
They need to learn how to properly use social media. They need to properly learn how to use their devices. They need to make sure that they don't use their devices to engage in cyberbullying.
Something educators can help kids understand, but this policy does give them more power.
Teachers can confiscate your phone, and there's going to be stuff on report cards somehow reporting on whether or not you're distracted in class.
The government hasn't explained how teachers might be backed up if phones are damaged in the process.
The teachers want the kids to pay attention. It's as simple as that. It's not that complicated. Don't use the phones.
There's also plans for a crackdown on vaping, smoking, and drug use. Kids found with vapes, cigarettes, and cannabis will have to give them up, and parents will be notified. Vape detectors will be rolled out in bathrooms to keep those spaces safe.
Perhaps what we could use would be some more caring adults in the building, hallway monitors, people who would be able to have that connection with students.
Rather than leaning on technology.
The installation of those vape detectors will happen over the next 3 years. The government's also pledging some money for supports for children with addictive behaviors. Reporting live from Queen's Park, I'm Siobhan Morris. Michelle, back to you.